Well, welcome back. And I hope you all shared your contact information and had courageous conversations in the breakout rooms. We have the Urban Wild Studio sharing their screen at the moment with the graphic recording as you return. And so we want to first review this depiction and really highlight our day today as we have been together. And so, as you know, this depiction will be on our Padlet for you to download, but I also think it's very important for us to really highlight what we have discussed today. And so we started with our welcome and had a few icebreakers, as you see on here. Also, we got into the business of the Women's Forest Congress. We definitely always have to talk about the business because we have so much going on in 2022 that is exciting. And so definitely want to highlight that. Also, the goals for our Congress that is coming up, which will be centered around 5 themes. And so hopefully you all are thinking about what proposals that you all want to submit for the Congress, and we're definitely looking forward to that. Also doing research around COVID impact survey. And so if you have not completed the survey, please do complete that so that we can continue to get research around the impact of how COVID has impacted us. We also had a question posed to the group about what excites us in the Women's Forest Congress. And so some of the common themes were along community, connection, support, change, solutions, engagement, leadership, growth, and finding our voice. It is also important for us to understand from an international perspective and not just from our own local communities. And so we had Dr. Mumba, who gave us an amazing speech around breaking and finding ways to break the bias. She also brought up the phenomenal African-American Woman Peace Prize winner, Dr. Wangari Maathai, and really talking about being the change that we want to see. And so it's very important for us, one, to understand how change works, but also understanding that we can be the change that we want to see within our sector and community. It's also very important to understand that as women, we are strong. I know some days the getting gets rough and it can be very challenging. And so it was very rewarding to hear when women were coming back from the networking session that it was something that we needed. And so I think it's very important for us to understand that we have to support one another through these challenging times, but also when we have the opportunity to share our success, to support one another through that as well. And so I don't want to delve too much more into our depiction, but I think it's very important for us just to take a few moments for us to look at and review the depiction, and then we will continue with our portion of the agenda. And I see here in the chat box, meeting women from different regions and in different stages of their careers is so powerful. Thank you, Mona, for catching that. And I'm sure that they will change that to make sure that it is correct. Forest women need to be together and be able to support each other. Absolutely. We now want to hear from you. We are going to use a word cloud, and hopefully the word cloud works this time. If not, we will use the chat box. And so what I am going to pose to you today is to identify 1 or 2 words describing your experience in the breakout rooms. How do you feel? And so in order to use the word cloud, you can use your mobile device and take a picture using the QR code here. Actually, just hover over the QR code and the link should pop up, and then you will put in the code there. Or if you are joining on your computer or any other device, type in slido.com, you put in the code here, and you should be able to answer the question. If you don't have access to either, you can definitely put your response in the chat box and we will capture it there. Community, shared experience, connected, supported, affirming, empowering, humble to learn those stories, encouraging, refreshing, shared experience, friendly, in community, humble, safe, affirming, impactful, friendly, mentorship, open and honest, happy, seen and heard, real, sisterhood, similar experiences, welcoming, insight, helpful, connected, validated. I see over in the chat box, part of a much bigger world, knowing you are not alone, not alone, open, exciting sisterhood, collaboration, knowing you are not alone, impressed by younger professionals, supportive, keep them coming. Create accountability, stronger than we think, exclamation mark. Reflecting, connecting together, connected, supported, heartwarming, beautiful, connected, empowered, inspire, safe, validated, similar experience, safe, therapeutic, real, open, inclusion, dynamic, enlightening, repowered, sisterhood. All right, therapeutic, such a good word. Absolutely. Thank you, Rebecca. I would say I'm getting goosebumps reading these words on the word cloud because it's so many feelings, so many feelings. Bias breaking, absolutely. So earlier, we shared a visual of the International Women's Day, Break the Bias. And so there was a post on there that we would like to capture a picture of the Women's Forest Congress community striking the pose. And so I would love for each of you, if you feel comfortable, to turn your cameras on and let's strike a pose for our event today. Amy, are you striking our pose? Okay, you got us? We're good? Perfect. Thank you all. Give yourselves a round of applause. We are pound breaking the bias today and moving forward. So as we close today, help us spread the word. Join us at our upcoming 2022 events. June the 8th from 3:30 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time virtually, we will have an event. And don't forget, we will be in person again, October the 17th through the 20th in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And just a reminder to please follow us on social media, invite a friend to future events, or just let us know about things happening, such as meetings, events, webinars, articles, book recommendations, speakers, lecturers, etc. As we adjourn today, continue to change the narrative as we find ways to break the bias. Until next time, take good care of yourself, stay safe, healthy, and continue to share the great work that the Women's Forest Congress is doing. Thank you so much for joining us today, and happy International Women's Day.